So for the people that really know me and you're actually tuned into my videos, you know the type of mistakes I've made in my life. Having to go into a national school. That's the major thing that people that know me think is my greatest loss. So yeah, having to go to this national school, which is the Rehe Boys Center School. Then I got expelled for some reasons that I was actually responsible of. Um and other things that I don't want to mention like right now on this video. Yeah, every type of failure in my life that I've gone through, I want to tell y'all and I want to assure y'all, I acknowledge everything that I've lost in my life, and it should be breaking me. It really should be breaking me. But best believe, most of these things that I consider them failures, and other people consider them failures, best believe they really don't torment my mind. They really don't drain me because look, if you look at my situation with my schooling, I never had any interest, rather I never had any drive to do anything that had to do with school, to be honest. I still don't, bro. It's something I'm fighting. It's something with my thought. I think I developed that when I was smoking weed. I had this rebellious thinking about school, and it developed in my mind till a point. I still have it right now. I'd have a whole argument about schooling and everything that has to do with me going to school, or rather anything that has to do with me actually getting to learn whatever is taught in high schools, like chemistry, like all those things, to be honest. Because to be honest, I'll just mention this in a nutshell. I don't want to be a doctor, I don't want to be a lawyer, I don't want to be an engineer or anything of that sort that I really have to depend on school. I don't want to be anything like that sort. That's why I took my time and learned everything that I'm desiring to do with my life, and I gave time to actually learn the necessary things I need to do for I to get to where I need to be. And that's what I'm doing right now. But like, you have to understand, like, from me having school as my failure, I never allow it to drain me, to be honest, because it's a mistake. I decided, rather, I just had this whole thinking to myself, and I led myself to I actually losing that chance. And for I actually getting to beat up myself, what will that be to myself? It will be disgrace, because it's something I had thought about it. It's something that I continuously kept on rebelling. And now if I start feeling like, oh, I really messed up at this point, I really, lost a big chance in my life. As I'm concerned, I know myself. I know having to be in school, it literally used to drain my mental health, because in that school I was in, it was just some smart dudes that were there. So I could compare myself with whatever they're doing and whatever I am, and there was a big difference. In as much as they're really smart kids, they're just, I won't say they just are book smart kids, but they, in one way or another, they are just some book smart kids, and they have less of life experiences than I do. And that's why I got myself having to be like way above my age group, and up to date. I don't get along with people my age. Like, that's why I choose to be alone most of the time. So if I decide to give my failures that power to actually drain me every time and make me feel like I've lost so much, you realize I wouldn't, or rather I couldn't be this courageous, I couldn't be this bold to actually talk about my flaws, because, bro, those things, in as much as they are really helpful to some category group of people in life, it's just not for me, and I just can't do anything but speak it out. If I continue draining myself and waste my parents' finances and everything about my schooling and everything, they will just be doing that. I don't know, I won't say for their sake, because there's no way schooling ever supports your parents, or rather, helps your parents in any way, but it builds your future. But there is no way I wanted to build my future being a doctor, being a lawyer. I used to tell people who used to ask me, just because I was in this great school, and I could tell them, I want to dwell into medicine and stuff. But really, I just was lying to them, to be honest. I never had the desire to be anything that has to do with schooling. So if I decide to give that failure in my life the power to actually make me think, I lost a big chance in my life, I would still be beating up myself up to date. I would still be telling myself I'm a failure, which is literally not the case, because myself, with the potential I have the potential to do a lot of major stuff with my life. And I just can't let some stuff like that drain me. So I having to smoke weed, and I having to be expelled from school, I having to engage myself in other ugly deeds, to be honest. Yo, if I gave myself that chance to actually give them power and tell me, or rather, and let me live based on that, I would never have any progress. I would just be continuously beating up myself because I lost a school which I actually never valued as much. I value everything that I lost after it. I valued the relationships I had with the people that were actually supporting me through it. I lost those relationships. I know I can never get such genuine bonds with them again. Right now, it's not so much genuine because they view me in a different way now. But like, bro, I never could allow myself, just torture myself into that type of a lifestyle. So I had to do whatever I could to just, step out of that situation, because I would disappoint them at the end of the day. I would disappoint myself. I would have wasted a lot of time. But now, bro, I'm so at peace with myself. I've taken all that time to actually build on my craft, on my inner peace, on my growth, and just to believe that those were just failures and had nothing to do with my life. My life never stopped becoming better. Every day my life becomes better. Be it with the people I'm associating myself with, be it with everything, in every aspect, bro. My life is becoming better. It never stopped being great. I never stopped actually becoming the person I'm supposed to be, because, and as well, in as much as I never gave my failures that power, they made me become the strongest. Those failures, they made me become the strongest, because I had all these opposition sides, and I still remained to stand strong on what I wanted. So I'm not yet successful, but I'm hoping at some point I will be talking about this and be grateful for what I did in my life. So yeah, what I'd urge you not to do, just don't give your failures the power of making you feel like, you messed up big time and you can't take charge of your life. And most likely, if it's something that you failed at and you knew everything that you was doing, don't count it as a failure. Just count it as a prize for you, whatever you wanted to do. And if you view it in that way, if you have that perspective, you will literally have drastic growth in your life. You trust me. But damn, that's literally is the case. Just don't give your failures power to make you feel like you're less. Keep on doing great. Keep on doing your thing. You are on the right track. And don't let anyone make you feel like you are tripping for speaking out your thoughts. Okay? Yeah, like for real. They can never feel what you're feeling. They can never see what you're seeing. So just do whatever the fuck you want to do. Oh, yeah, I've cursed again. I had promised myself I wouldn't curse for these sessions, bro. I'm just trying so hard to deal with that trait. But yeah, so damn, it is what it is. Just don't let your failures make you, determine your growth. Okay? So yeah.